Hey everybody, it's Thursday, April 29th. I'm going to be making a video on my truck. So I'll be trying to replace the Serpentine belt today, if I can. I need to just back this out a little bit to have enough room to work in here. Got the replacement belt from Rock Auto that's in the truck. So try to start this up, back it out and get started here. The original belt in here, I don't know if it's the 30-year-old original belt, but it chirps and makes a bunch of noise, and I'm sure it's got a lot of cracks in it. So just do a little bit of a start up and I'll back this out of the garage a little more. Alright, we're back under the hood. I managed to find a 15mm deep well socket, which is literally the only one I have out of all my limited tools here. So anyway, on the sticker here it says to turn clockwise and lift in order to move the tension or pulley out of the way so I can get the belt off. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. I noticed this ground wire in here broke from the spade connector, so I just jammed it in there for now. Not sure what that goes to, it's probably just a ground, but that kind of sucks. So anyway, I don't know if you can see anything of what I'm doing. But I wanted to try to make some video of this process because I didn't see anything specific to the 4.9 on changing the Serpentine belt. So, now I've released the belt from the alternator and the whole system here. So thankfully this is an auto tensioner thing on here, but this pulley kind of makes some grinding sounds when I turn it. So this might be worn out, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to try to fish the old belt out of here. I don't have any fan shroud over this cooling fan, so I've got more room to work. What I also need to do is to compare this against the new replacement belt, which is still in the truck, just to make sure this is the correct size. Not sure how easily this is going to drop out of there. I might need to crawl underneath. Okay, so here's my replacement belt, a Gates Micro V K060980. The 80 number is supposedly for the engines with air conditioning. So I'm hoping this is the correct size, even though it's all folded up. So I don't know if this original, I shouldn't say original, but existing belt I don't know if I see any obvious cracks in it, so maybe it's not nearly as worn as I was thinking. But there's probably some areas that are just starting to crack, like maybe right in there. But anyway, if that's the case and this isn't really all that bad, it's possible that I could have some pulleys making noise. Should be kind of concerning, but yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna try to compare those off camera and make sure that's the right size. Okay, that seems to be the right size. Obviously, you just pull it all the way with your thumbs from one end to the other. And it's a micro V belt. I think the numbering on this original one is all worn, so I can't really read it. So now the fun part begins. Anyway, looking at this diagram, the black line around here is my situation with the air conditioning. If one of these 4.9 liter engines isn't equipped with AC, you go past this compressor area, so you follow the diagram with the red dotted line. I'm pretty sure. It mentions that here with AC, and then it says less AC, which probably means without. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get it around this bottom crankshaft pulley there first. I doubt it's going to be possible to really view very much of this too well. Maybe I can just jam the camcorder down in there and try to do this, but and of course you want to be extra sure that the grooves are all lined up. Alright, I think I gotta start this over. I lost track of where this was going. So it's gotta go around the crankshaft pulley at the very bottom. And it's gotta come up around the water pump, which is the flat side of the belt, or the back side. And it goes around the AC compressor pulley and the power steering pump pulley directly above that. Okay, now that looks right. Then the rest of it just goes around this air pump here and the alternator. Like so. So I believe that should be correct. I'm just gonna check around and inspect it to make sure I didn't mess it up. Okay, I think it looks correct. The only thing we need to fix when I'm adjusting the tension is to pull this top part of the belt underneath the tensioner pulley here. And the job should be done after that. Again, I'm not sure how worn this is because you can hear all the bearing noise in there. Not sure how much play there is, but I'm not sure if it should be making that much noise. I'm not sure about any of the other pulleys or components for that matter, but anyhow. I don't know how easily it'll be for anyone to see this because I've got this coolant hose in the way, but basically I'm just going to pull the belt under this pulley. So you have to take my word for it. So we're just gonna... Okay, holy crap. That was not easy because I'm not very strong and I just had like a torque wrench instead of a huge breaker bar, which would have been more ideal. But I think it's on there. Alright, so for the final time, alternator down below the tensioner there, up above the power steering pump, down underneath the AC compressor, up and around the top of the water pump, and then it goes in sort of an S shape down around the left side and then around the right side of the crankshaft pulley, and back down around this other air pump or whatever that is down there. So that should be correct. May as well fire up the truck again now. I'm gonna clean my hands because I got all disgusting. Alright, I'll fire up the truck. Unfortunately, I can't take you inside because this camcorder battery is still nearly dead and I've got it plugged in here in the garage. Hopefully this thing will still run okay. New belt. No more chirping. That's a good sign. No more chirping. I'm still worried about not having a fan shroud. It just feels really dangerous. Whoops. I forgot I need to pull this forward again, but I guess I'm going to call that good. I'm sure it's still got other issues. There's like a slight burning smell when I step on the gas. Not sure what that's about. I guess it mostly smells like gas. It's probably an exhaust leak, and I've got other things to fix, like leaks a bit of oil. Should probably check the oil level. I'm thinking of it. But yeah, I'm gonna call that good, at least for now. I'm glad it's not chirping anymore. So yeah, I don't think that existing belt was like terribly worn by the looks of it, but seemed to be a bit glazed over though. Like when this top part looks shiny and smooth, so it's probably good I replaced it anyway, especially since it was chirping and possibly slipping more than likely. So So I hope this video was helpful, even though I'm not an expert at any of this. But that should give you some idea on how to replace the serpentine belt on the Ford 4.9 300 inline 6. Sorry guys, one other quick thing I forgot to mention is, especially when I'd go on longer drives like out to my buddy's shop and back, I'd notice a burning rubber smell in the cabin of the truck, which I was suspecting could have been from the old belt slipping. So I'm hoping that's the case and that it's not a result of like a dragging brake caliper or something like that. So try to see how that does once I start driving it again. We just need better weather instead of all this nasty rain. But anyway, I hope the video was helpful and informative. Sorry about my lack of filming skills. So anyway, thanks for watching. Give it a like, and bye for now.